What's up, YouTube? It's Fulan Speaks again, man. I had to do this, man, because for whatever reason, and like I said last time when I did the video on Nikola Jokic versus Joel Embiid, I said it before. It's not a debate that even interests me. In honesty, it really doesn't. But despite that, I'm finding myself, man, as I'm fishing through the internet and watching some of these shows on YouTube from Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp and others speaking about, these two guys. It's like a big topic of debate, and that's fine. But, dude, I don't know what's worse. LeBron James fans or this guy Nikola Jokic fans. Nikola Jokic fans, listen, man, no disrespect to you guys, man. Y'all are some of the most insufferable band of individuals like I've ever dealt with. And it's not because, and I don't even understand it. Like, in your mind, you have this belief that people think Nikola Jokic sucks or something. Like, where is this being told? The mother frigger just got MVP last year. He's the one that's gotten the accolades, despite the fact that he's not grabbed the ring yet, or whatever. Same thing with Embiid. Neither one have won at all. But at least your guy, really, because he hasn't gotten hurt last year, he got the MVP. What is the problem? You think people are supposed to more than give him the respect that he gets for being a good scorer in the NBA, a good rebounder, and a good passer of the ball, but that's not enough. You think we got to believe this motherfucker, is somehow a great defensive player. Somehow he got to be a better rebounder than Joel Embiid. And I'm going to tell you, I don't give a damn about the fact that he averages a few more rebounds this season. And yes, it does matter. Overall career, how many rebounds they've averaged. Okay, he averages 13 rebounds. Embiid has had seasons where he averaged 13 fucking rebounds. I hope you understand that there are reasons for that. Oftentimes it's where you're situated on the floor. Sometimes Embiid on the offensive set is not in the post. Sometimes he's at the top of the key, so he's not down there. What I'm saying to you is when Joel Embiid is down there in the position to grab a rebound, he's going to be the best rebounder down there with him. And you've got to be on crack, on absolute crack, if you believe that Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic, if they're standing under the damn rim going for the same ball, that Jokic is going to get more rebounds. You've got to be completely high off of something. One guy's a little taller, has a longer wingspan, has more athleticism. You have to give that up. You can't sit here and just play stupid. All right, you want to say he's smarter, has more position, has IQ. That's fine if you believe that bullshit. That's cool. I couldn't care less, honestly. Now, of all of the arguments, the one that is most insulting and the one that makes you look so stupid is this argument that Nikola Jokic is a good defensive player. And when I ask for it, you can't recall any standout defensive play. You can't recall any standout defensive job against any individual player. What you want to pull out your ass is some defensive rating. He has, a top 5 defensive rating in the league. Let me explain something to you, man. The difference between these two men, okay? When it comes to the defensive side of the ball. The offense is clear. Joel Embiid is a more dynamic scorer on offense. Nikola Jokic is a better passer on offense, okay? That's like this. If you can't admit that, you're just a fucking lame. Period. All right? Now, when we talk about defense, there is no comparison between these two men. And you could take that defensive rating and shove it up your ass. Because I'm going to tell you, number one, he doesn't even have a better defensive rating than Embiid. This year was the best defensive rating he has, if you want to use that stat, which I don't even care about. This is the best one he's had. He's had deplorable defensive ratings in the past. And you know that, but you don't want to bring that shit up. I understand. But the difference between these men is when the Philadelphia 76ers play against the Milwaukee Bucks, the major, and this was even when Ben Simmons was on the team, the guy that the 76ers would use as a defensive plan, the guy that we would put on Giannis, is Joel Embiid. Do you know that? And I know a lot of you guys are so busy watching the Nuggets or whatever you're doing, you don't know what the Sixers do. But there are times where they would take Joel Embiid and match him up with a premier scorer like that. They will match Embiid up with Kevin Durant at certain times, especially if it's a situation where you definitely need a stop. All I'm asking you is show me the time where Nikola Jokic was used as the guy put on any player as the stopper. Show me the time when Nikola Jokic was out there isolated against a Seth Curry or Trae Young or someone of this ilk and didn't get cooked. I can show you actual fucking footage of Joel Embiid out there with Trae Young and locking him up. And Trae Young really ain't got nowhere to shoot any passes. This is the difference between these two guys. When you can put a guy on someone and he sticks him, that's how you know a person is in good defense. Is a good defensive player. Number two, real goddamn stats. Joel Embiid has always averaged more blocks than games played. Let me say that again. Joel Embiid has always averaged more blocks than games played. Meaning if he plays 82 games, he's going to get over 100 blocks. If he plays 70 games, he's going to get 90 over to 100 blocks. All right? And there are times when he averaged close to 2 blocks per game. And he really could do more. He'll have a game where he has 5, whatever. It all depends on the energy he's putting into that. What happens with Embiid is he does so much on offense. Like a lot of you guys who haven't played, you don't understand the amount of energy, the amount of conditioning it takes to be elite on both sides of the floor. And this is why guys like Michael Jordan, who went hard on both sides pretty much all the time, are just the GOATs of the game. Same with the Kawhi Leonard. Those types of guys are just the best, period. And Embiid, at times, like when the playoffs come or whatever, that's when he has to step that up. All right, but he's a guy I believe could, if he wanted to, he could literally average 4 blocks a game. Nikola Jokic, let's be real. Nikola Jokic has never, in the history of his career, ever in his career, averaged even 1 block a game. He'll play 70 games, let's say, and he'll average 40. He'll get 40 blocks in a 70-game season. Literally, he's averaged 0.6 blocks a game and stuff like that. I'm saying this doesn't mean he's trash. This does not mean he ain't shit. But stop trying to make the argument that he's on Joel Embiid's level defensively. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. When we saw these two guys play against each other the other night, the Denver Nuggets got that win. And I respect that. They got that win. The Sixers definitely should have won. I have my own personal opinions about it. I mean, we were cooking them early in the game. The Sixers were cooking them early in the game. And B was cooking the hell out of Jokic early in the game. Now, the Sixers played the night before. Now, we're not going to use that as an excuse. That's fine. If Denver fans want to feel like they really did something, that the Sixers weren't tired down the stretch, you know what? That's okay. You got that win. If you think that makes him, puts him further along in the MVP race, if you don't want to look at the fact that Bones Highland is really the one who carried you through and also Cousins carried you through. I mean, if you don't want to be real about that, then like I said, that's fine, but you're a bunch of fucking lames. I respect everyone, but dude, you got to be honest about things, man. You got to be honest and you got to be real, right? Like, you can't show me anything a person is doing, and the only thing you can pull out your ass is some advanced metrics dealing with defense that was invented by some dude named Quinn. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't come here with that crap. In closing, man, Nikola Jokic is a fantastic basketball player. Joel Embiid is a fantastic basketball player. But don't give me Jokic is anywhere near Embiid when it comes to defense, man. Go ahead with that bull crap.